I finished my journal and I want to show it to you today. So I have had this piece of quilt. It's an old quilt piece and it's got ruffles on it. It's so pretty with all these colors. I've had this for quite a while and I finally decided to turn it into a journal. So I used one of the record tab dividers. This one is number 19 and I covered it with this vintage quilt piece. It's one signature sewn through the outside, but I embellished it with a piece of velvety ribbon, this piece of fabric with a little piece of ledger. You could name this journal, give it a title, put a date on it, or the year, anything you like really. And then I have added this piece of fabric here. So that's what the back looks like. And then I've sewn the closures on here, so that just loops together. You can tie it again if you wanted, but I just tied it once and it stays shut. So this journal has a lot of vintage papers, fabrics, a lot of stitching, and some little goodies in there for you to play with in the journal. So whenever I open this up, for some reason it reminds me of like a little ice cream shop or something. I don't know, it must be the stripes, I think, with the floral. But so the inside is lined with this pretty fabric, and then here is a pocket that is a little bit of lace sewn on there and the striped fabric. So here's an alterations tag that I've embellished with some fabric and some vellum-y, tea-stained vellum paper. And so then here are two pieces of fabric. Flip those over and the journal begins. So there's a little piece of vintage ephemera up there and some fabric sewn down here on this vintage botanical. And here's just a little old paper clip that I've attached to the side, and you could use it anywhere in the journal. So some more collaging with some tissue paper and other papers on the back of the botanical and old papers. There's a little fabric pocket here with some vintage tape measure and a postcard stuck in there. Some eco-dyed paper, magazine pages, more eco-dyed paper, and then this is from a wedding, I guess a wedding planner book, and I've made a spine out of the fabric that was on the inside of the journal. So just some stitched tissue paper. So lots of vintage pages, lots of writing space. The back of this 1960 calendar page is not very pretty, so I sewed this fabric on there. Little vintage botanical writing space on the back. And of course you could attach something here, whether it be a picture, another piece of paper for journaling. And this is a botanical that I have dyed, and there's a beautiful form of a leaf on the back. Little book page, some fabric sewn on the edge here, and writing space above and beneath. And this is actually the bottom part of the vintage ephemera that's on the first page. And I love how it has this little pink dollar right there. So some vintage ledger with a little collaging up there, some little cattle tag and things stuck in this pocket. So lots of embellishment with fabric and with collaging. Some vintage paper here, and this is the center of the signature. I just love how this turned out. Another little fabric hinge there. So lots of botanicals, lots of florals, of course. The other eco-dyed leaf. This journal has, I believe, 76 pages. Lots of space to write and add your own special touch to it. And this right here is a little flip out pocket, and then inside there I have put a paintbrush. You could put a pen in there. You could put any other little tool that you wanted to take with you or keep in your journal, a certain special pen, pencil, anything really. So I love the lilacs. And then here's the other eco-dyed page Some little tea stained paper for extra writing space. This is a pocket. There's just nothing in there. And a little collage work done here. And a label for you to journal on. I love journaling around the botanicals in my own journals. So here is the back, and those are the other two pieces of fabric that flip over like that. And in the back I just have a few little goodies for you to play with or use in the journal. So that is the journal, and I will be listing this in my Etsy shop, and I'll post a posting in my Instagram to give the details. Thanks so much for watching.